Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to Idea Diary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. Today, I wanted to talk about live streaming again, just because it's on my mind. And I made a little sheet, which I will try to put into my, what is it called? My brain is on another thing right now. Oh, Gumroad, my Gumroad Worksheets download platform. And I guess for right now, when I do Gumroad, it's going to be $1 download for a worksheet, only because I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. And you can pay for $1. I don't feel like it's that much. And if you like it, then, you can enjoy your worksheet. And if not, I don't know if there's a way to refund you for $1, but that's just kind of my idea to generate like a revenue source, possibly someday, who knows. But the main thing I wanted to show was my worksheet that I made for a friend and myself during Christmas time. And I love having one sheets and just having everything kind of there in front of me. Not that everything I need to know is on one piece of paper, but I can break it down into a task or a goal or something. And I can look at this sheet and, have a conversation with somebody easily. I can just get an overview. And it really helps me with clarity because I have about a billion projects that I'm doing. So when I'm thinking about live streaming and having a show or a podcast of some kind, I kind of just like to jump on and go with the flow because I feel like if I plan too much, then I end up getting inside my head. I end up just not doing it as much as when I can just say, okay, I've got 30 minutes to do an episode. Let's roll with it. What was interesting that happened today or yesterday? Or what was something that happened interesting a year ago or something like that? Something that I forgot to say. Just whatever kind of pops into my mind is what I feel like that's what the episode's going to be about today. And, I watch a ton of YouTube videos and other platforms, and I listen to a ton of podcasts. So there's always something that I'm learning that I want to share. And partial reason why I like having the show Idea Diary is because I'm just kind of archiving my thoughts and the things I discover. And I work from home by myself. I have my own things going on, which means I don't have anyone to chat with about, I don't know, water cooler stuff that you might do if you worked in an office and you might go into, have lunch with somebody and talk about something. So I don't really have that. So that's what I feel like partial part of what I'm solving for myself, and hopefully people that find this podcast interesting enough to check out is kind of what's on my mind. Um, I wish there was some way to have you guys interact in some way. You can always send me an email on valerieaiello.com. There's a little contact form, or DMs and social media. I kind of wish I could just turn them all off. Not not necessarily for my actual friends, but outside DMs. Like if I'm friends with somebody and they want to send me a message inside Facebook or Instagram or something, I like that. But just the random messages from outside sources, it feels kind of weird. So I do like the email contact form on a website that's easy to find if I want to contact somebody that might not know yet. Somebody like myself that has a podcast or a YouTube channel or something. So my contact form is on valerieaiello.com. You can find me at all the places where I am and send me a direct message. However, where was I going? So the live streaming one page organizational system for me, which is definitely not going to be perfect, but I was making it for a friend. So I was trying to think, what would a normal person do? basically I've got this first section is the name of the show, a show log line, something to explain what your show is in one sentence, and 3 critical things that somebody might get from listening to your show. So, is it laughs? Is it to hang out? Is it to learn something? All the things that typically people watch content for. So, the next section is a daily schedule. I know it's a little bit hard to read a piece of paper on this, so I'm going to stop doing that. If you're watching the video version of this, I actually have a piece of paper that I'm trying to show on camera, which isn't going to work. All right, so I have a daily schedule section. So some people start their day at 7 a.m., so I kind of included that. And I kind of broke it down into 2-hour increments of what you might do every day. The only thing I kind of plan, I like to wake up at different times. I don't have an alarm clock. For whatever reason, my body is one of those that I just have to wake up naturally. So sometimes that's at 4 a.m., sometimes that's at noon. And I'm a night owl, so sometimes I get tired at 10 and I want to go to bed. And sometimes I will work until 5 in the morning because I'm really jazzed about something. I have to have that flexibility. So daily schedule isn't going to necessarily work for somebody like me. But my goal is to do a live stream, something of some sort, every day about 4 or 5 o'clock. Now, sometimes I might, have to do something at 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm one person. So, how do I replace myself if somebody's counting on a video? What I think I will do is maybe do a stream at midnight for the following day, do it at night or something so that my next video is live for the next day if I know I'm not going to be around. And I think that's kind of my plan. But Monday through Friday between 4 and 5 is my time that I plan to do an episode and do it live. Weekends, I'm going to try to not work on weekends this year unless it's just fun to do. And but really concentrate on my Monday through Friday, just sticking it as much as I can into that time period to work, which is new for me. I know that sounds weird, but I usually I my brain is like I want to be working on something all the time. I want to be learning. I want to be whatever, unless I'm out relaxing with friends, hanging out. So I'm usually always on, but I'm going to try to turn it off on the weekends. So we will see how that works out. My next little section is a show structure minute breakdown, which I would love to do. I want to do it. But I like I said, if I plan too much, I end up getting in my head and not doing it at all. So I'm trying to figure out that show structure thing. And if anyone has any tips, I think my friend Clint might have a tip for me. So I'm going to write him because he wrote me and he said that, he's doing his thing and he has some show structure tips. So I'm hoping to 2022 get that down. And I'm trying to figure out how to add ads into a show effortlessly, without being annoying, without being salesy and weird. I'm not sure yet. So that's kind of what I want to learn for 2022 is how to incorporate ads. But I'm also cool if it doesn't happen because sometimes if things aren't feeling effortless and easy and it makes you feel weird, sometimes it's a good thing to move past that, and sometimes it's a good thing to maybe listen to your instinct and say that's not for me and maybe do it in a different way. So we'll see about the ads, but I really want to, if I can figure out a cool way to do it, I really want to try it. So my next little section is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So for me, I might jot down ideas, but it's something that I will not really follow. But for a normal person, it might be good to have a Monday through Friday or just an outline of what you might talk about every day. And if that helps you over the jitters of just jumping on and doing a live stream because it is scary. I'm scared right now. It's really weird, but sometimes it helps to know what you're going to talk about. I wish I was one of those people. And another little section here is simultaneous live stream on different platforms. So, what you kind of could do, I'm kind of thinking about this in 3 different ways, which is you can live stream for your content on something like Twitch or LinkedIn or Facebook or what else? YouTube. Those kind of platforms where it's content, people can watch it live or check it out later. And it's usually there's a reason behind the content. Each video might have a specific theme or something. And then there's things like Amazon Live, PopShopLive, where you're actually selling within your live stream. And I'm not sure about PopShopLive, but Amazon, they catalog what you're selling and they put it underneath the product that you're talking about so people can rewatch that video. And PopShopLive is something where a merchant of whatever kind, whatever they're selling, they can go on PopShopLive and show off their product. It's very QVC. Both scenarios are very QVC, but it's in a cool way. So link. I'll link 2 shows, an Amazon Live show and a PopShop Live show that I think are doing things cute in some way. And you can check those out in the description of the show. Then there's like Instagram Live and TikTok Live, which I feel like is more, you've grown an audience already. There's somebody there for a reason, and they want to hang out with you live and watch you talk to them in real time. Another thing is the Clubhouse and the Twitter Spaces type of live audio only spaces. What would you say? Platforms. And that's more for kind of like a conference work feel. I've listened to some. For some reason it doesn't feel as exciting for me, and like there's something weird about it that just doesn't align with me. But it's happening. It's out there, and as a person myself who loves conferences and loves panels and loves hearing speakers, the audio only thing, it's a little bizarre, or it just doesn't sync with me. I'd rather watch that on YouTube or in another way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too visual for that. But those are 4 types of live streams that you might be doing. And the last section of my little sheet is show revenue stream, which I'm always trying to think about, and I always want to keep on the top of my mind because I feel like the future is definitely going to have a lot of how can you monetize yourself and what is there's just so much free, applications out there and free things and people hanging out in online spaces. And there is a way to make money where you don't feel weird, where you don't have to feel like you're a salesman. If you're just making something cool and it's worth $1 or $2,000, it's, you shouldn't feel bad for trying to make something and make it for people and hang out with them. And I know a million people have done a revenue stream ideas for YouTube or podcasts. So I'm just going to go down my list in case you want to jot them down. And, I really recommend keeping that on a piece of paper somewhere where your brain can kind of take that in and figure out what works for you. So one is brand sponsorships, which probably takes some work. And it takes a lot of work because you have to build an audience and then find the brands that you align with and, make that relationship. Then digital products where you can make your own thing. So like I'm making dollar worksheets and I'm just putting them on Gumroad, which is really cool selling platform. You should check it out if you haven't heard of Gumroad. I'll put the link in the description. And then physical products. One thing I'm doing is I'm making books and actual diaries. I have a book system for organizing your thoughts, and it's for sale, but it's not 100% to the point that I feel comfortable selling it, to you guys yet, because I'm still working on it. And I've got other books. But for me, being a graphic designer to where I can just design my own book product and release it out into the world, things I'm focusing on right now. And it's not perfect, but I'm working on it. Another thing is book royalties. So if you were to write an actual novel or get a publisher, royalties can be a lot of different things. So if you have an album, a book, a movie, just something you make once and you can sell it over and over again for 100 years past your death, I feel like that's always an amazing thing if you can work it out. The Google AdSense thing, so you never count on it, but if you can get organized and make your blog, have AdSense revenue and your YouTube channel and all that stuff, it's always good. It's always good. So evergreen course, which is when you make a course once and it's always for sale. You don't do launches, you don't try really hard. Maybe you're doing ads for your online course, but it's just kind of always for sale, and the information is good for a good amount of time. Maybe not forever, but a year, 2 years, 5 years maybe. Another one is memberships. So a lot of people do membership sites. So if you're, getting $3 a month for 1,000 people, is $3,000 times 12 is $36,000 a year. If you only have 1,000 fans, that you can make a living. You can live on $36,000 a year if you have multiple revenue streams. You can make consultations. So if you're an expert at something and say you have a live stream show, and then you can offer one-on-one meeting times for consulting. Show conferences. So a lot of conferences are going online. So you can live stream all year for one conference that maybe cost, who knows, $10 to $1,000. Who knows how much you could charge for your conference, but I feel like that's potentially a really great revenue stream. Mastermind, I don't really know how people make money with that, but people do charge a lot of money for masterminds. Sometimes I have a little mastermind group, but we just get together and talk. We don't charge each other money to join, but I know it's a thing. Speaking, so when people get really great at speaking and they have some sort of message, you can get hired based on your live streaming show for other events. You can syndicate your show, which is another radio station or something that wants to pay you to also put your show on their network. Affiliate revenue, which could be a million things. So the Amazon affiliate, there's too many to think of, but affiliate revenue is out there to be gotten by people with 0 fans to 1 million. SUPERCHATS, once you get to a certain level that people want to hang out with you live, give you money and tips while you're talking. Definitely on Facebook and on TikTok, and who knows what else is out there. So that's my show for today. Sorry I went a little bit over. I'm working on it. So I can see a comment from DJ Shani. She says hi, so that's amazing. And another comment that I don't know what it means. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me today, and see you tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye.